Hey, YouTube, what's good? It's your girl, Nick. Coming to you guys with more. Ooh, that felt kind of good. I think I need a yoga class. Or do some yoga or stretching or something, because sitting still every day in the same position, it's not doing anything for me. I got to do some bending and stretching. Having a little bit of, like, weird aches and pains, like, in my back and in my bum, too. And it's like, the ones in my bum just started yesterday, and I don't know what that. It's a weird feeling. I think I just need to do a certain stretch to stretch my gluteus maximus, and hopefully that will correct it. But anyway, all off on a tangent, just that fast. See how fast I go? But anyway, I came to y'all to talk TV talk real quick. All right, so I just saw like the commercials for this show called Back in the Groove, hosted by Taye Diggs on Hulu. So I decided to check that out. I started checking that out today, and I've watched 3 episodes thus far. The way, first of all, the title, excuse me, my indigestion has been, my acid reflux and GERD has just been on 1,000 for the last 2 or 3 days as well. So I got that going on too. But anyway, Taye Diggs in this show, Back in the Groove. So it's a play on the word groove, because he got famous after he played in How Stella Got Her Groove Back. And then the show is a reality-based show where 3 women that's 40 plus, or at least 40, or, 40 and over. It's 3 women, and they are all there at this resort place, and they are looking for, it's called the Groove Hotel. And they all looking for situationship / love, but with younger men. And I must say, it's been kind of cool watching it, but we all know, that these reality shows are, most of them are scripted, So we have 3 women by the name of, is her name Brooke? I think one of the women's name is Brooke. One of the women, Brooke, looks just like, like a white woman. Might be biracial, like white and some kind of Asian or something like that. Mix. And there's Sparkle, a black woman, and there's Steph. She actually said that she's biracial. She's, did she say Puerto Rican and black or Dominican and black? I mean, not black. Puerto Rican and black. Well, Jamaican is black. When they look at us and they see the brown skin, they say black. Whether, no matter if you're from America, Jamaica, the Caribbean islands, Africa, whatever, you're black. But, Steph said, I believe she either said Dominican and Jamaican or Puerto Rican and Jamaican, one of the two. So one of the ladies, when we get introduced, I can't remember if it was Steph or Brooke, but one of them recently had found out that they had breast cancer. So they had to get a double mastectomy, and they took the muscles from their shoulder blades in the back and used that to get reconstructive surgery. Because according to them, they said, I don't know what the reasoning behind it was, but, and they didn't mention it, but they couldn't get implants. They had to take the like I said, the muscles from their back and do reconstructive surgery in the front. Then the other one, I think that might have been Steph, because in one of the conversations with one of the guys, we saw Brooke saying that she was engaged and pregnant, and something happened and she lost the baby. And she found out it was a little girl, I believe she said, which is super, super sad. The lady Sparkle, I don't recall her saying what type of business she had, but she had her own business for some years, and she recently, like within the last year, decided to close that business and explore some other things in life. And one of those things is romance. I believe she said that she does have a son. Or she has a kid. She has a child. Sorry about that, y'all. Call came through. Had to answer it. But as I was saying, Sparkle has a kid. Not a kid. I think that the person is their child is a young adult. So we get all this backstory on the major life changes that the ladies have had recently. Because all three of those things are, you know, major changes. Something that could, like, rock your world, you know. Especially for Brooke and Steph. As we go on, so I forget how many guys were there. I forget how many guys that they had there. But the first night, like, they let 3 guys go. Then, like, the next day, because it's like a concierge, like, the women get to chat, well, they were all chatting with the guys in group settings, and some guys will pull the women to the side to try to, you know, delve a little bit deeper, get them to remember them. You know what I mean? Leave a lasting impression on the women and everything like that. Because they was like, some people, they packed up and came today, but they're going to be checking out tonight. So then we see this other guy, Comp, starts to walk through, and the guys are all looking like, who is this guy? He got like a pink shirt on or whatever. And we find out that this guy's the concierge. And he's the guy that the guys go to when they are told that they got to check out of the groove. So he goes to, the concierge goes to each woman, tells them, you know, it's time for y'all to, it's time for checkout, which means gather all the men and you 3 staying here, you 3 ladies staying here. And one by one, you get to say who you want to pick and keep here and, you know, see where things could go. Who you want to date, basically. They do that. And like I said, 3 guys go. Then the next day, they start to go on some little excursions and different little dates and things like that. The next day, we also find out that there's one guy in particular. His name's Steven. He's actually there because his mom brought him. He's Steph's son. We find out he's Steph's son in episode number 3. There's this one guy there that was, when on the first night, after he got to know these ladies and he was all talking about, like, he really, I forgot his name already. But, he was talking about, you know, he used to dating older women. He's maybe 26 or 27 at this moment. But back when he was 21, he married a 59-year-old. And we never found out whether it was divorce that they split up or the lady passed away. Whatever happened. But, or I don't recall him saying. But as he's standing there in the lineup, he's talking this stuff like, I don't care if I go home. Actually, I'd rather go home because I'm not attracted to none of these women. None of these women do it for me. And he was basically going in on Steph because Steph came in with, like, when she came in to meet the guys and greet the guys, she greeted them like, hey, what's up? What's going on? How y'all feel? Let's get some shots. Like, she was, I think, in her nervousness about what was going on and what they were going to be doing, she kind of like came off and presented it as, I'm outgoing and let's go out, let's do whatever, let's have some fun. You know, let's turn up. She presented her nervousness as, let's turn up. That's what I think. And the guy, he was looking at her as if she was immature. So he basically said that he don't like his women like that. Like, turn up and want to go to the club and drink. So what did you think you was coming on this show for? Did you think that you was going to come on this show and meet an older woman that was going to be presenting herself as someone who's a homebody, who doesn't drink or hang out and want to have fun and joke? Because she said that she is the kind of woman, like, she's outgoing and she can be goofy and she likes somebody to make her laugh and stuff like that. Like, and men don't seem to take her seriously because of that personality type that she's outgoing and she likes to laugh, you know? And she's a social butterfly, basically. So the guy he's talking as the women are making their decisions, and it's dwindling down, and he's one of the ones that's left standing. He talking big shit. I'm not attracted to none of them, so I'd rather go home anyway. But I forget which one it was. One of the women, I know it wasn't Sparkle who picked him, but one of the women picked him, and he went on over there. And I'm thinking to myself, you should have just spoke up and said, you know what, I'd rather you guys not pick me. I realize that I don't want to be here. And given the opportunity to another one of those guys that might have wanted to be there, that ended up going home, you know. You took an opportunity away from somebody, you jerk. So anyway, he goes and he stays to the next day. The next day, I want to say it was the next day, him and Steven, they go off and they start talking while the women are out on dates and everything. And he tells Steve, like, so who you feeling? Who you liking? And he was like, bro code, can we be completely honest? Steven like, yeah, cool. He was like, listen, I don't like none of these women. Especially Steph. I don't like her. She's she's loud. She's immature. None of them are my type. Like, I'm not attracted to any of them. So Steve, like, we see him in a confessional, like, this is my mom, but I gotta play it cool because I can't blow my cover. Letting him know that that's my mom that he's sitting here talking to me about. So I'm gonna just go on and listen to him. And I'm gonna give him the chance to tell my mom and let her know that he's not interested. I'm gonna give him a chance to, like, come to the women and let them know he's not interested in them. Anyway, before I say something to my mom. Well, lo and behold, the guy never says anything. So when the women come back, some kind of way, Steve and Steph, they get a moment to themselves. I think she was sitting there talking to somebody, and he went and interrupted and was like, can we get a moment? Let me get a chance to chat with her. And they was like, all right, cool, whoever the guy was. I think it was the guy with the... It might have been the guy with the cornrows. Because I think him and Steph, the guy... It's so many guys, I don't know names at this moment. But the guy with the cornrows. The only guy's name I remember is the one that Spark was interested in. And his name is Akio. And he's from Florida. He has a slight accent. The way he talks, I would say that he might have been raised in Florida or living in Florida for a while. But he comes from a home where everybody was Caribbean. Like, to me, it sounds like he's from Trinidad. But I'm not sure. He hasn't said anything yet. But anyway, Steve lets his mom know that the guy was talking ish, and he ain't there for them. He don't like none of the women. So when it came, like, it wasn't even time to do picks and say who you want to stay or not. They were just chilling. You know, people had dates. Sparkle had a date with Akio. They was like on a boat, I think it was, and they was talking, and he kind of like wanted to kiss her, and she was like, no. I think she said no, or she let him kiss her on the cheek. I think she might have let him kiss her on the cheek. She was like taking it slow, and so was he. But which is best commendable. You should take it slow. You shouldn't be rushing to be tonguing these people down and stuff like that. But anyway, Steph was like, hey, ho. First, no, she pulled the guy to the side and had a conversation with him. And basically, like, was giving him the rope to hang himself. And then after he said a couple of things, she just came out with it. Were like, well, you don't need to be here. Checkout time is now. Go get your stuff and just go ahead and leave. You're not here for none of us ladies. And you're not going to disrespect my girls like that. You're not going to disrespect any of us. Because he tried to put it off as he's not attracted to them. And he was saying he said a couple little things about the other women. And she took it as disrespect or whatever. So she was like, you can check out now. So they were starting to walk away. And instead of him just going straight to go get his things, he started going up to the other guys And she was like, no, no, no. You don't need to go talk to them. Your checkout is now. Like, check out. Go get your things so you can go. Go to the concierge. Check out. Be gone. We don't need you here. You disrespectful. You was talking stuff and all that. Like, go. You're not here for us. Or whatever. And he was just like, and he went and got his things. He was out. Then we see that Steph is feeling like her and the other ladies are building a bond and supposed to be there for one another. So, therefore, she needs to come clean and let them know that Steven is her son. So, there was an episode where her and Sparkle was sitting down talking about their plans for the day and who they might go on a date with. And then Sparkle was saying that she's going to invite Steven on a date. And at this moment, I believe this is when Steph admits that Steven's her son. Or whatever. And Steph was like, wow, okay. But she still goes out on a date with him and everything. But they don't do much of nothing. Noises. But anyway, they go out on a date. And then we see Brooke have a date with 3 guys. One of the guys, I can remember his name. His name, Crew. And he said he'd been a tattoo artist for the last month. He's from Middle America. And she seems to kind of like, she feels some chemistry with him. But the other guy clocks Crew and was like, no. Crew is here for opportunity. He gives homosexual vibes. Like, I'm trying to be here to get what I can get and get out this room. He was like, because how he don't have a real job? I mean, like a steady career, not a real job, but like something steady. Like he just started tattooing a month ago. He was doing something else before that and something else before that. So he felt like he don't have his ish together to be trying to date one of these women seriously. And he feels like he should say something to Brooke about Crew. So it was another guy on the date with him. And he was expressing to the guy how he felt about Crew. So when he got a moment alone with Brooke, he told Brooke these things. And Brooke was like, okay. And she's like, now, am I to take heed his advice? Because it could be coming from a place of competition. Like, how can I knock out the competition? By saying, you know, maybe he doing it to get him out of the competition because everybody see him feeling him. And that was the same thing that the black guy had said to him when he told him, like, I feel like you should relax and let her figure it out for herself or whatever. Don't be a, you know, like basically don't be a hater or whatever. But he ends up telling her that. And then when it came time for them to do checkout that night, she let him go and kept Crew. I was like, because in her mind, she looked at it like you was doing something to sabotage him. Like, and if I'm wrong by keeping him here, if I found out I'm wrong, then I just find out I'm wrong. But she was saying that she's going into the next episodes, giving some other people some chances to go on dates and stuff and not being so into Crew. Like getting to know some other people and see how things progress if she goes to meet up and, you know, try to get to know some other guys. All in all, the show seems cool. I'm going to keep watching it. Honestly, all the guys are giving paid actor. I'm looking for 15 minutes of fame. I've tried out to be on several different types of reality shows. And this is the one that bit. So I'm going in it with this. Because a lot of the guys give me gay. Honestly. A lot of them give me that they have alternative lifestyles. I'm just going to say it. I don't think any of those guys are there for the women. I mean, Steven is there for his mom. But other than that, I don't think none of these guys really... It's just something to bring... It's just a show to bring something to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, some new reality show. I feel like there's a shift going on in entertainment industry. And I think it's about to be a shift to things going back to being scripted. And that the reality show stuff, like the dating shows and all that kind of stuff, I feel like those about to be getting played out. And the reality TV that's going to be more popular is stuff like reality competition shows like The Challenge or Amazing Race. Like those can keep going on forever and a day. Or like The Masked Singer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like American Idol, like those can keep going on. But this stuff with the dating and everything, I think that's all getting ready to come to an end. More TV talk. So something else I recently started watching. I watched 3 episodes yesterday, and I plan to go ahead and finish up this first season. I seen people talking about it. I just seen people posting, have y'all checked this show out? If you haven't, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It's worth binge watching. It's worth binge watching. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go download it and watch it. So like I said, I watched 3 episodes yesterday. And it's good. It's called Riches. It's on Amazon Prime. It stars, I think her name's Deborah Ayerinde. She played in, I'm going to tell you what I can, off the top of my head, the things that she played in. The first thing I saw her in was Girls Trip. She was the one that was pregnant by Regina. What was Regina's husband character name on Girls Trip? Regina Hall. She was pregnant by Regina Hall's husband in Girls Trip. She also played Kevin Hart's wife in that movie he did called Fatherhood, which was really good. If you haven't watched it, check it out on Netflix. Kevin Hart does really, really well with the serious roles. He really does. He does an amazing job. Like my mom, his comedy, his stand-up, she was like, I don't know what y'all see in him. He's not funny. But she watched Fatherhood and really loved him. But the first thing she saw him in that she really liked him in was The Upside. And he played The Upside where he was taking care of the man that was a paraplegic. And then she watched Fatherhood. It was like he did good. And then she watched that. Was that show called True Story with him? It was like a limited series with him and Wesley Snipes as his brother. Was that a limited? I know it was a limited series, but was it called True Story? I think that's what it was called. Well, she liked him in that. But anyway, this lady that plays the main character in Riches, she played his wife in Fatherhood. She died at birth. She died giving birth to their daughter. And she also played in Them. Is it called Them? On Amazon. It was a series. I don't know if it's got a second season coming or not. And I kept saying I was going to watch it, but I never did go back and watch it because people were saying it was a whole lot of stuff that was going to, make you as a black person super angry, so I didn't watch it. Oh, excuse me. So she played in all those things, and she's the main character in it. So her character's name is Nina. She has a younger brother. I forget what his name was. But her and the younger brother was raised in America by their mother. They have a father who is super rich, right? He made this $million business, right? In the UK. He left their mom for another woman, had married the other woman, left their mom penniless, didn't give her anything. So she moved to America with the 2 kids she had with him. And he went on to have 3 more kids with this other lady, 2 daughters and a son. He ends up passing away. Their last name is Riches. R-I-C-H-E-S. He ends up passing away. And his handler, his name's Gideon. It's an older white man. His handler contacts the 2 kids in America to let them know that the father has passed away. And the son is like, the American son is like, all right, I feel like we need to just go and pay our respects. Because the daughter, she wants nothing to do, Nina wants nothing to do with her dad. Because we get a scene, before he even dies, we get a scene where he calls her on the phone. She's just got some big promotion at her job. She's like very business oriented and everything. And she's doing really good, whatever it is that she does. And then the brother, he does really good. He does hair. He's like a celebrity stylist, hairdresser and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, the mom is like, nope, he stole my company from me. and all that kind of stuff. Y'all don't need to go pay your respects. Like, forget it. Don't even go. The brother is encouraging the sister, like, come on, we need to go. We need to say our goodbyes. Forget what mom is saying. We should go say our goodbyes to our dad. So they go say their goodbyes to the dad. As they land, they find out that the current wife, well, the widow, to be smart, she changed the funeral time or the memorial service to early that morning so that they couldn't make the memorial service. So they arrived just in time for the reading of the will. And he left. All he left the current wife and widow was the house. He left her the house, and I think a stipend of maybe $20K a month. She feels like she can't live off of that. That's not enough. She had told their son together, told him he need to get himself together because he posted, like, the company's going to be his now. He taking over the company at this point. And we find out that the father left the shares, a certain amount. It's like the money he had, he left. He wanted it to be divided equally amongst all of his children, including the first two kids that he had with the first wife or whatever. So the current wife or the widow at this point, she scoffs at that. She throwing so many shots and slurs towards them. It's utterly ridiculous, like how she's treating them as if they asked to be here and stuff like that. But what it's giving me is that she wants to be able to remain in control because she got mind control over her kids. And she wants to, have that money and keep living that lifestyle even in his death. Because she got some guy, she was cheating on him with a younger guy. And I think his name was Dexter. And he works. She got him a job at the company. And he's the chief financial officer at the company. We find out that somebody has been embezzling money upwards of $2 million. Did she say $2 million or $20 million? Whatever it is, it's in the millions, and it's a lot. And it's the first number in it is a 2. The eldest daughter, Nina, is the oldest child. Nina was looking over the books, and she was like, if anybody would have paid attention to the books, then y'all would have spotted this, but y'all haven't been paying attention to the books. The mother and another daughter have discovered a safe somewhere, like under his desk or something. And they want to figure out, they got to figure out what the code is to get in the safe so they can see what was in there. So, Nina has the most shares in the company at this point. And the widow, she tells the guy that she's sleeping with, like, go to the probate and figure out what kind of paperwork we can draw up so that we can get all the other shareholders on our side so that we can have a larger stake and push her out. She don't want Nina there because Nina going to eventually find out that that guy is in place as the CFO because the wife put him in place because she's sleeping with him. That's one thing. And she don't want to stop her money train. You know what I'm saying? The eldest daughter of the second wife's kids, I forget what her name is, but they kept telling her she has a learning disability. They told her she was dyslexic. So they was like, she's the one with the creative ideas as far as like digital marketing and putting a face out there, digital campaigns and stuff like that for the internet and all that, getting followers and stuff like that. She's super good at that. But Nina gives her a chance to come in the office and work with her and figure out some things. And the mother was like, what? Because the mother seen her in the conference room with Nina at some point. And the mother went to her house like, listen, what are you doing? Like, we are against her. We don't want her here. We want her gone. And so don't go in there. That company is your brother's. And she was like, looked at her mama like, yeah, all right. And she went back the next day. She told Nina she with her, I'm going to help you figure all this stuff out. We're going to figure because we want to save the company. And that's what Nina keep trying to reiterate to the mother. I mean, to the stepmother, basically, and to the other siblings is that this company is going to fold very soon if we don't get a handle on the business and figure out what's going on. Like, it was some stuff going on online where people were saying that the products took their hair out, did something to them, and they was going to file like a class action suit and all that kind of stuff. So Nina got somebody to help with that, and they got that taken care of, squared away. And it's like they still trying to do all these different things, like some kind of thing that they do that the wife would put together. And she still wants to do that. And it was like very super expensive. Because she has very expensive taste. And Nina was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. No, we got to scale down because we don't know what's on the other side. It's like we got to try to get on common ground and footing. Like, somebody was embezzling all that money. We got to figure out where the hell that money went. And who was the one responsible for it. And I'm not sure who it was. I kind of think it might have been the son. But I'm not sure just yet. But that mother, that widow, she ain't trying to hear nothing Nina is saying. And her daughter let her know, listen, I'm on her side because I want to figure out what's going on with Daddy's company as well. Like, it's not just about us. Like, we gonna be in the poorhouse if we don't save this company. And what he built up was so good. Like, so it's made to look like he died from a heart attack in his office. I knew something crazy was to get ready to happen when he was in that office because he told the white lady good night. Like, she must be like the receptionist. He told her good night, but he went back towards the office and she was still sitting there. And the next thing you know, he started like doing like this, like loosening his tie. And he killed over. He in the hospital. He passes away. And then Nina had asked the receptionist to look into something. And she was like, okay, I will. And then we see her computer screen. She deleting emails and files. So, like, what the fuck? Like, because it was like Gideon even said, like, it was things that he told me. But you know everything that I know. This, I don't know who could be embezzling. I don't know who this secret shareholder is. That he's never told me who this other secret shareholder is. Because if Nina collaborates with that other secret shareholder, then they're going to hold the more shares in the company. They're going to have the majority shares. And she can keep doing what she need to do to try to save her father's company. When she didn't even want it at first. I don't know if he was calling her in the beginning to apologize for what's been going on all these years and to let her know something. He was calling her to tell her something. I think he knew that somebody was embezzling. I think he knew that somebody was trying to take him out or whatever. And he wasn't sure who it was and he wanted to reach out to somebody. But she hadn't heard from him in 20 years. And now you want to call me? Because of this, like, I, as a daughter of a father that don't do what they supposed to do, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, oh, like, I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. But he ended up passing on later that day, and she never got the chance to reconcile. So that can be scary too. So, but it's a really good show thus far. I'm enjoying that, and I'm really enjoying Yellowstone way more than I thought I would. I'm already starting season 3 already. And Yellowstone is real. It's so much going on, but it's super good. It's really good. And that's it for the TV talk. I'm gonna be with y'all soon to do some hauls too, because I think I ordered some stuff from Shein. Some stuff for a gift and some stuff for myself. And that's about it. I see y'all in the next video, because at this moment, I don't have any TV shows that I'm reviewing right now. Everything that I started reviewing is going off. So, gotta find some other stuff that I feel is interesting enough to, come to the camera and talk about. You know what I'm saying? If y'all enjoyed this quick little chat, well, at this moment, it's probably going to be about 35 minutes. If y'all enjoyed this, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, get in the comments, tell me what y'all watching, what y'all think I might like, and what I should be reviewing, and I'll think about reviewing it and come to y'all with it, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.